we're not jobless. But
You
usually,
cannot get over that since it's been like 2 years na.
hindi, pero magiging jobless naman talaga ako. So, magiging applicable na po yan. Pero for now, let's take things as it is. It's a Friday night. Thank you so much. Everybody's here this evening.
Yeah. And by the way, we are at But First Coffee here at Sparks.
Yeah.
So shout out doon sa mga taga
Araneta. Still Cubao pa rin because it's the home of the Binibini. So always be here, where the beauties belong. And before we move on to the most important pageant in the Philippines, which is Binibini Pilipinas, we have to discuss first the recently concluded national pageant everybody's been waiting for. Miss Universe Philippines has finished last Thursday at the MOA Arena. And a lot of things are coming through. A lot of hearts were broken, as you predicted. And a lot of people are left smiling and smizing their way because they believe that Mexico is such a good opportunity for the Filipinos this year. So, yan, dadisect natin dahil.
So let's jump into it kaagad. Let's go first with the girls that didn't place.
Ay, first, wait lang. Stage muna, Mare.
Stage.
Kasi alam mo, madami tayong reservations. I think, nakapatikim tayo when Sultan Kudarat happened. It was such a beautiful show.
It was.
The LGU is to be thanked for because that was really a sponsored event for them.
Yeah.
And now we understand the reason why because part of the, pagkahaba-habang ad is that meron naman talagang pre-tourism video reel for this province.
As much as I like the finals, I like the stage better at Sultan Kudarat.
Really? Because of the long runway? Ako naman, I like the finals, but it reminds me of a past Binibini stage because of the curve and the lines. Well, but it looks proper pageant now. It looks national to me. The camera movement is national to me. It's glossy, but still dark pa rin. But I think
during the evening gown especially dark.
But I think na-address natin not address, but we were told why because architectural po yata talaga ang problema sa Araneta Coliseum. A little birdie told you na they almost went to Cubao again for this edition dahil mahirap nga talaga lagyan ng ilaw ang MOA Arena. But since we have to give way to the Asian Volleyball Championships, the UAAP. Philippine VL, the home, Araneta is not only home to beautiful Filipinas, they're also home to strong fighting Filipinas for sports. So that's a stage, it's beautiful. I mean, at least it's an upgrade for the previous ones, if you believe so, Even the prelims. I just didn't like the very long commercials and even the pre-tape segments. Pero they need money. I think alam naman natin yun, no? Sinabi na sa mukha nyo, kailangan namin ng pera. Ito yung pera. Ito
And I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of commercials because they really need to earn their keep. Despite all of these groundbreaking mga achievements on live streaming and etc., if it does not translate to physical earnings, it's nothing. Kasi if rumors are true that they have to pay allegedly $400,000 US for the Miss Universe franchise, then kailangan talaga nila pagtrabuhan yung kanila.
Pero yung 400,000 because the last time we've heard when it was in Binibini, 80,000 USD. Because Venezuela was paying 120,000 then.
So, hindi nakakapagtaka na umabot na sa
ganun. 420 kun
400 naman.
Grabe.
400,000 USD because of the bidding wars. And if hugtos ang binibini, ang gagawin ko, I'm gonna bid every year and then let the other person with the bidding ang maubusan sila ng pera.
Grabe.
We don't have generational
ubusan ng yaman. But $500,000 is too much. That's like, what, 25 million pesos?
More, a little bit more. Mga nasa 28 na siguro yan, depending on the 58 or 57 na exchange rate. So anyway, let's talk about the girls.
So, of course,
with those who only made like semis and top 10.
There's a lot of girls, of course. May mga certain girls kami nabigyan. If you wanna go back, because to be fair naman sa amin, when we did our predictions, it was before preliminaries even happened. I think a week before the preliminaries. And I think my friend over here is the only person who mentioned Chelsea Manalo might be in there. I did not see. I was seeing another black girl. Ito was Mateo, my housemate from Florida. She saw Bulacan. And everything was different. But that also entails a lot of other names in that list na hindi nakapasok. So, yeah. Ako, sentimental fave. Like, example, Raven Doctor of Palawan,
who
gave
performed well.
Stellar performance in the swimsuit.
But did not make top 10.
Yes.
Right?
Life happens, I guess. So that's it.
So, let's start siguro muna with VVV. What do you think went wrong?
VVV is... She's always been spectacular. Diba? Her face is... What you call this? She's giving me Devon Aoki. She looks like a Japanese Eurasian mix.
Yeah.
I like the way she looks side to side. I think a foreign vlogger in the name of Danny Walker once mentioned na gusto niya yon because that's also her trademark. It's giving me Demi Lineal Peter kind of look to trademark. Expressive talaga siya. Pero I think talaga may problema tayo sa pasarela, sa stature.
For me, I think it's the styling.
It's a styling also. I think the gown could have been better. It didn't feel amato expensive to me, even the preliminaries. Given that it was an expensive name, I think it's also the problem with another heavy favorite who wore another branded name na it did not deliver in that outstanding level. But VVV has so much promise. I think there could have been certain tweaks that could have launched her to the top 5 because she's very much worthy of that position.
I think she did perform better at the swim rather than the evening gown.
She was really good at swim.
The evening gown was like, it killed her chances to make top 5.
It did.
I think that she blended with the background. I think Danny Walker also mentioned that.
Yes. And I think she felt, may pakiramdam ako after evening gown competition, she felt that she will not make it. May iba na may dampened energy na after that. Yeah, I wish she could have just enjoyed it because maybe it's the nerve also and the pressure because the thing becoming a favorite when the crowd was as loud as the cheer that the energy you want to give, it's also as loud and deafening to the energy that you want to deliver.
I now felt like maybe had she worn the white preliminary gown at the finals, that could have made her place higher.
So may ma-elbow siya doon.
May ma-elbow siya, definitely. And
I think maybe Baguio will not be in the top 5 if that happens.
I kind of agree.
Yes.
I kind of agree. Because I think Baguio, despite her spectacular
performance in face, it's still not, I don't think she gave that energy too much to be in that situation.
I think nadala ni Baguio sa ganda.
Yeah, maganda talaga. I mean, iba sa styling niya. The bun in the preliminary was such a wrong move, I think.
It was fine because there's so much cut out.
Ako nagmukha siyang Aura Briguela face-wise eh. Di ba? Mukha siyang ate ni Aura. This is not a diss ha. Pero hindi naman din masama yun. But ibig ko sabihin, it's artificially pulling everything up. Diba? Eh nung nirelax, ang ganda talaga ng mukha ni Tara. She's like a living Bratz doll.
Yeah.
Ang ganda. And the brown hair, I think if iColor was a sponsor, honey, this is your girl, get this. Because talagang dineliver ni Tara yon that night.
How about, what's her name? Suddenly, I got lost in my thought.
Go.
How about Anita Rose Gomez?
Alam mo, hindi naman ako super close friend ni AJ Castro Jose, the makeup artist behind Anita. But AJ and I worked together on a project recently with actually Yana Aduana. And nakita ko rin kung paano, socially speaking, inalagaan ng team niya si Anita. That woman became at her best talaga during this season. The long, straight hair really felt good to her. She's every bit of a Miss Philippines. I think there's really a spot for this girl to be in wearing a Philippine sash at another international competition.
It just so happened that perhaps the competition this year is quite tough.
Pero alam mo, ang ganda ni Anita, ang galing ni Anita, the body is bodying, girl. Ayokong kumain ng kanin after mong lumaka doon.
Yeah.
I mean, she's one of the best girl. She's very remarkable. And I think, alam mo, Anita, you may not have won the pageant, you may not have placed top 5, but the fact that people remember who you are is your power. I mean, this is something to build upon.
I think for me, Anita could have done a little bit more soft in her entire competition. Kasi strong na yung features.
Medyo gigil din siguro siya in terms of, because I can
so.
feel the fact that she wants to win this.
Yes.
Yung sakit ni Stacy nung preliminary na punta kay Anita nung final. Na di ba, I need to perform better. I need to walk good. Yes, she's walking good. But if this is example kung in the old Binibining Pilipinas scheme of things, she would have ended up with a crown.
Yeah, I agree. And I think with Anita, one of her best features is the way that she transitions yung kanyang mga facial expressions.
Galing.
I would have loved if mas fluid yung kanyang pasarela during the evening gown.
Yeah.
The reveal, the removal of the cape could have been a little bit more clean.
Oo. Pero
and
Leo
more
Almodal,
suave.
shout out talaga, liquid gold ang ganda.
Kasi it's a Leo Almodal gown and you don't walk a Leo Almodal gown without finesse.
I don't think kailangan nga nung reveal eh. I don't think the... I don't think the cape...
May mga nagsasabi din sa akin na no need na tanggalin yung cape.
No need tanggalin yung cape or no need for the cape at all. I mean, pag tumayo siya doon, para siyang living Oscar trophy. Ganda.
Pwede. And the straight hair really works for her. I think that is her best look, yung straight na planchado na Ariela Arida na hair. I think that would have
was sitting as a judge, by the way, that night.
Yeah.
So feeling ko a lot of the judges kind of felt, resonated with Anita's performance. Was really, really good. Ang galing talaga.
Yes.
Kudos to the team. So babalik ka. Naramdaman ko babalik kayo.
Now, let's talk about the girls who were crowned in the top 5. Kasi for me, crowning them at the end of the event, tapos pinaalis pa yung mga girls from the stage before they could even congratulate.
There was like another pageant after the main pageant.
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
I felt...
pag-usapan muna natin yan bago natin pag-usapan yung top 5.
Sige, it's kind of weird to me, actually, because in the natural order of things, you usually crown them by the order of placement. Even, nag-umpisa naman tong sa MUPH, it started with Pauline Amelinks, diba, the Miss Charm and Krishna Garvides. Well, they were the only two there. So, in-offer talaga sa kanila yung Supra and Charm. So, it's only fitting because ibig sabihin, that's the second and third best girl in the competition. Now, we do not see that here.
Yeah.
We heard na there were even question and answers, certain refusals happened. And so, we do not know ngayon who's in the order of manner it is. But we know among the top 5 were the best and the, diba? If I'm gonna follow that, then Atisa Manalo should have went to supranational. But I think...
she declined.
She declined because apparently, based on the conversations we had with other friends in the circle, dahil 2025 pa yung competition. If she will have to compete again, if she's eyeing to compete for 2025 or say 26, I think the right time to have that exposure is to win this. If she wins Miss Cosmo, she have a year to fulfill that reign. Granting she wins, because I'm hoping she does, sayang naman, no? And then she, right at the end of that term, Miss Universe could be waiting for you, diba? Feeling ko in terms of timeline, kabit-kabit ito. Dito pumapasok yung, hindi ko naman sasabing expertise namin ni Jason. But dito namin nakikita ni Jason yung bigger picture because Kunan is also waiting for a Thai queen to become Miss Universe bago siguro magkaroon ng Filipina winner, or maybe they think that Philippines has to be quiet for a little bit before they bounce back and give you the Filipino treatment. That could be it. Maraming facets to eh. So sayang lang. Even Alexis Brooks, so she got Eco International. Na-weirduhan din ako because, I mean, to be honest, Alexi is not the prototype for Eco International. You're coming after Chantal Elise Smith.
Yes, and you're coming after like the likes of Marie Montaigne, the likes of Kathleen Pato.
We're not saying na hindi ka kapanalo-panalo but I think we have to understand which kinds of pageantist girls are fitting more. I think if this is Miss Grand International, dapat dun si Alexi, naramdaman ko, she could be even Miss World to me because of the sports challenge, the top model challenge, and the story she can tell. I mean, she has a very Miss World energy around her. That I understand. Pero competing at another pageant that's clearly, for the experience, maybe because ako dahil binanggit natin, we placed Alexi at number 4, di ba?
You placed.
I placed at number 4. You placed her number...
You placed her at number 5?
4, ako 4. 5th ko nun si...
Fifth kasi, ako yung nilagay ko siya sa number 5 ko.
5.
Number
Ako
4 kasi
4th.
Taguig.
Ako 4th. Baligtaran tayo.
Baligtaran
5th ko si
tayo.
Taguig, which is tama yung placement ko kay Taguig, no? Another heartbreak. Later, I will have to... I think Alexi really...
But I think the way that they were crowned, na parang guerrilla crowning ang labas niya. It cheapens not only the Miss Supranational brand, it cheapens also the other franchise that they have. And I would rather that they let go of Miss Supranational, give it back to ALV, give it back to Binibining Pilipinas, because none of them seems to be able to elevate the brand.
To be...
The supranational brand in Thailand have already been elevated in such a way that we are looking forward doon sa kanilang mga
At saka may prototypical look na ang Miss Supranational Thailand. They know what they're looking.
To think that we actually were the first Asian country to win the Miss Supranational title in 2013, and up until now we cannot seem to replicate that. I think
mas may Miss Grand pa nga tayong
prototype. Pero the thing kasi with having so much franchise in your hand is that kapag lahat sila nag-request ng sariling pageant, you are essentially spreading out your resources. And the way that they did this, na parang guerrilla crowning yung labas, it also not affected yung mga minor crowns that they have, but it also affected the NUPH crown kasi may mga Latin pages na nagsasabi na ayaw nila kay Miss Philippines kasi lahat ng mga candidates after Chelsea was crowned were not in the stage to congratulate her, and that is something na in any pageant, that is the congratulatory na
wala.
Because
naiintindihan natin kung bakit wala sila because maybe they were called to prepare.
Yeah, they were
top 10.
They were called out to get out from stage kasi magsiset up pa sila nung crowning nung mga
doon ko nakita yung gown ni Raven. Ang ganda ng gown ni Raven, pero ay mali yung styling. But Raven, you have a bright future, bumalik ka. Kasi talagang sentimental ko siya. Who else pa ba? Yeah, yun.
Let's talk na about the top 5. Okay,
The top 5.
Umpisahan mo na rin lang naman kay Christy. Unahin na natin si Christy. What went wrong?
Ako, first of all, wait, I don't wanna focus on the wrong first. Because the wrong, I think, is not her. It's destiny, which she wants to claim that night based on her answer. She wanna claim her destiny. That's what she said. Kung ito ay back to zero, ay, sa kanya. Kung ano yung back to zero, tapos the answers, I think she has the best answer that night. She could have, a lot of people were saying she should have won Miss Universe Philippines. I may not have totally agree 100%, but I will accept it because truth of the matter is this woman performed. Venezuela tayo ni Ate Girl. I've been posting, yung mga naka-follow po sa akin.
Carolina Indriago.
Oo, pinupost ko yun sa stories ko. So, reference ni is Cynthia Lander meets Carolina Indriago. Yan ang itsura talaga niya that night. Her stadura in Venezuela, in Latin word, it's the stature. It's very, very Miss Venezuela. And I think confidently saying if that woman went to Mexico, I would be so confident. I wouldn't be afraid for Miss Philippines Sash if she was wearing it because she really delivered on that role. Ang galing ni Crystalline McGarry. I mean, you may not have won the crown, girl, but you've won people's hearts.
For me, I had a problem with her in terms of consistency because in the preliminaries,
hindi kasi siya ganon.
Yes. Ganun siya erratic yung kanyang energies.
Sometimes kasi ang mentality, I will shine on the most important night.
The problem kasi is, in some events, whether it's sponsor events or it's events outside of the metro where they had to do pasarela and ganyan, hindi consistent na magaling siya magpasarela, magaling siyang umaura.
Hindi ko siya naririnig lagi.
There are moments that parang nagpabaya siya. So, if you are a judge or you are part of the organizing committee na you sit as a judge, makikita mo yung consistency all throughout and you want a girl that has consistent energy to finish. Especially kung this is going to be a marathon na pageant na aabot ng 3 linggo.
Kanya 4 months. I mean, to be fair, the pageant is 4 months. Chelsea even said she was almost quit.
Almost 5 months.
Pero iba ba din kayo siguro ng atake? Maybe may mga ikaw nga narinig mo kung anong nasa likod. Minsan kung ikaw naman nasa stage at narinig mo to, minsan wala ka ng gana.
Yes.
Ano man narinig mo?
Meron nang mga flavor.
Ay, naririnig doon natin. Siyempre, minsan naisip ko rin naman yun na, ano ba, didn't she give everything? Kasi there were nights she was giving it. Preliminary, she was good. That aqua blue dress was...
She was not as strong as I expected during
Yes,
the
and Mark Baumgartner girl siya. Pero, I mean,
but
a former Miss Universe.
Ang save niya is, on the finals, nag-perform siya. So yun naman yung, I think for me, saving grace niya. However, in terms of the energies, probably during that night, I didn't see a winner on her translate.
And I have to
translating effort siya
I
as a
have
winner.
to relate it to another former Miss Universe who supports her. Pia Wurtzbach mentioned that if the pageant would be on the next day, she would give it to Christy McCarry. Now I know. Because pareho sila ng energy in 2015 when Pia was competing, hindi naman siya ang number one nating get-go. Let's admit it, Adriana Gutierrez was the one that people were looking forward into. Some point, minsan si Vietnam pa nga kinatakutan natin. Even Clarissa Molina of Dominican Republic. Pia came around the middle. Yeah, when the interviews were happening.
During Pia's time, Nailari and I was there covering Miss Universe.
Yeah.
And press junket pa lang, sabi namin ni Nailari, nararamdaman mo ba yung energies iba kay Pia? So naramdaman namin. There was a deliberation for a Sash actor na they wanted, I think, either USA or Dominican Republic or Colombia for the winner.
Yeah.
Nilaban namin na Ilari, no, you put Pia there. Iba yung energy surrounding her during the press junket.
Ako, when the press junket...
This is the same energy that we felt during Paulina Vega at Doral in 2015.
Ako, you mentioned the press junket in 2015. Nung press junket in 2015, syempre ako ay isang pageant fan talaga. I haven't been producing anything for Miss Universe. I'm just a Missology tambay. Diba? Pero kasi na-officialize lang ako 2016 na. During 2015, I know that Boy Abunda gifted her, what's that, the bando dress? Anong brand yun? Na usong-uso nung araw. Yung bandage dress in red that she wore for the press junket.
That's a
No, welcome
Harvey,
I forgot nung araw pagsuot mo yun, paka.
It was based from a Azadin Alayan na
Yeah. Tapos, pina-forward siya during the press junket. She was at the back. She was wearing red. She was called to the front. Sabi ko, may favorite. Kaya nung napapansin ng mga nagdaang taon, sinasabi namin pag may favorite.
She was a favorite of
the organization. And so, coming through that moment, that's also siguro yung kinuhang energy ni Christy. Kasi magkaibigan sila na, baka if I shine, say, hindi ko kasi naramdaman sa Sultan Kudarat, that was sa Miss Opportunity 1. What's the swimsuit parade that they had? Iba pa, bukod sa ako, may fairy skin? Was it fairy skin?
I'm not sure.
I think it's the fairy skin event. Meron pang isang ganon. Hindi ko rin siya, she tried to perform there, pero it was Atisa Manalo still who did well on that night. So medyo nahirapan ako. Preliminary ko na talaga siya medyo...
Honestly, during the Aqua Boracay event, nasa pawan siya sa tingin ko even ni Christy Hanson of Cebu. And to think that Chris was an opener with that white silver gown, I would
Aurora Borealis on Harvey Senita, ang galing nun.
I was expecting her to be in the top 5. I was flabbergasted nung wala siya.
Ako hindi. Because nararamdaman kong nininervyos. Even my sister was not a pageant fan. I was sitting beside her, we were watching.
But her performance for me was better than Tara's. Yeah.
Medyo, I agree. Medyo na ano lang sa, I mean, di ba, the movements and stuff. I mean, siguro may pressure kay Chris because she was a former Intercon.
Yes.
Fight me, she won in 2014. Pero she was a former Miss Intercontinental finalist. Sige na, final, ano yun?
Second runner-up.
Pero sa akin, winner siya that night.
For me, she was the winner.
Oo. Yung atake lang siguro was like, at saka yung age, because she discussed it na, di ba, in her interview. Actually, that interview top 10 was a game changer. Jeannie Mai really squeezed the hell out of this girl's brains. And I think talagang, Doon, spectacular. That interview was even more spectacular than the top 5 interview.
Yeah,
Weird.
exactly. Kasi the top 5 Q&A was weak. The questions were weak. So the answers they were not at the level of like in Binibini Pilipinas in 2000 when Nina Ricci Alagao answered well. When you think that technology is at its peak, something comes
Or I wasn't able to, I was expecting the Teresa Licaros kind of answer that I will choose the crown because after my reign is done, I'm sure my love will be there waiting for me at the very end. Mga ganong sagutan yung inaantay natin. Yung mga makapangnig laman na conversation, but we didn't see that because I think it's
Hervé Ledger. Ayun.
Yeah.
Sabi ni
Hervé Ledger, yeah.
Ni Ganda Ging, sabi niya it's Hervé Ledger.
Oo, Hervé Ledger. Yeah, that's the dress. So doon ko, yung red na yon ang feeling ko nagdala ng swerte kay Tia to get it. But jumping to 2024, we're now 9 years after, I think things should have been better. It changed. I mean, yun sa paling dapat, alam mo may moment si Chris Hansen sa atin dito sa Sash because she really performed well that night. It's just that the nerves, I think the nerves really got into her.
I think looking back, a lot of the girls performed better at the preliminaries in my opinion. At least I think her preliminary was stronger than at the finals. Chris, to me, her preliminary seems to be much more polished than in the finals. I think tama ka, may nerves siguro nga involved during the
Kasi ang lakas eh. Alam mo, the thing about, I was talking to Jason about this earlier. The thing about being a favorite, nakaka-boost ng ego pag maingay ang sigawan para sa'yo. Pero nakakalunod rin yun sa nagko-compete dahil kailangan kong i-please each and everyone because I needed to prove that each and every person screaming at me at the stadium deserves. I mean, I deserve that scream coming from you.
Yeah.
So, yun ang feeling ko nangyari kay Stephanie Hansen that night and even Atisa Manalo. But since we're at Christy muna, I think, ewan ko, kaya pa ba ni Christy? Pero, it was really a good performance. For whatever it is, Christy Lynn McCary gave us an impeccable performance.
During the finals.
And Mark Baumgartner gave a very good wardrobe to the girl. It's rightfully.
Maybe it has something to do as well on the sequence. Kasi naunang lumabas si Chelsea in a white gown bago si Christy.
Alam mo, sabi ng ate ko,
with that very huge
sabi ng ate ko, ang weird ng composition ng kay Christy. Suddenly, there's a void.
Because Chelsea occupied the space because of that huge feathered opera coat. And then suddenly, after her, sumunod sina Christy.
Nabuwan trinabaho ni Manny Halasan. Manny said that. So yun yung, difference then with the white dress.
So, I think it has something to do with that. Na parang, okay, na-underwhelm ang mga sumunod after Chelsea.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah, it's sad.
No?
But
then,
yun eh. I mean, minsan Lady Luck is really not on your side. Oo, parang it's the case for her. Pero kung ako, i-judge lang namin ng performance, too late the hero, pero ginalingan naman niya on the most important night.
I think, had she not performed that well, she might not even make top 5.
Yes.
So, I think it was talagang
very, very tricky siya. Remember, she's number 6 or 5th sa akin. Sa'yo siya 5 eh.
5 siya.
So medyo,
Nandun siya sa...
bumibingit sila ni... Ako, Chris Hansen was my 5th. Yun pala. Chris Hansen was my 5th nung ating first interview. So yun. So on the 4th place is Tara Valencia. Yun nga. I mean, na-discuss na namin to. I don't think, well, no offense to Tara. Tara is beautiful and gorgeous. I think she performed decent that night, but it's not the finale worthy bakbakan na in-expect ko sa kanya. Well, the swimsuit competition performance was good though. I like
the evening gown, not so much.
It's underwhelming. Pero, alam mo, number 5 ko talaga siya. Kasi may top 5 during the live telecast if you're watching my stories that night. Siya din talaga. I mean, lalabas siya because I think the red itself reminded us of sige off. Si Adam Henato nag-message ko dito eh. Pareho kami nag-agree na this is Vina Pravinar's gown when she competed against Amanda Obdam in 2021. Pula, drop, feather, ganon.
Ako, I did not feel the red gowns this year. They were not my favorite. I was underwhelmed with the Fern Amato, with the Michael Cinco, and with Tara's gown.
I don't think it's the designer. I think it's the people choosing these dresses.
I think so. Because they were like matronic yung colors.
Sa tatanda mo, off the rack to ha. Hindi to custom. Ang naka-custom lang that night, I think, is Chelsea Manalo ni Manny Halasan was custom.
Kasi, as I was looking at the colors of the gown, they were like wine reds, which is a little bit more on the matrionic side. A little bit
Bordeaux,
more
no?
for, mga wine reds na mga colors that is a little bit reserved for the mother of the brides, like the
It's aging you.
yes, and it was not giving like yung mga gowns na to because of the dark background. Again, if the background was white or any other light
Sparkling,
colors, this would have stand out. But the problem is, it was a dark background with a dark gown with very so many elements. May lace, may beadwork, may
siguro
feather. Medyo ang hirap niyang, where am I going to focus?
Yeah, I think kaya siguro si Anita naalala natin eh.
Yes,
because
she wore yellow.
Her dress was like popping against all odds.
And also, if you're looking at the spectrum of colors, the first color that your eyes notice is actually the color yellow. Among a sea of like purples, reds, blues, greens, it's actually yellow that the eyes see first among all the colors. Not even white.
But Alexi wore green. It's a jewel green. Pero I don't think that's her color.
The silhouette was not giving. It was way too many things going on.
For that silhouette, it could have been gold. It could have made a difference.
It would have been best if it was white. If you imagine that dress in white, or maybe even beige,
ako,
it would have worked well.
Gold and champagne. Like different texture. Champagne yung bodies, pero shiny yung baba. Ganon.
Kasi ang dami niyang elements. You had the huge
shoulder.
Structural shoulder here. You have a see-through na hip here, and then you have the slit.
Actually,
there.
Hindi siya see-through, parang tanga talaga siya na.
And then meron pa siyang corset, so everything is going on at the same time.
Yeah.
That it was not giving, especially with the poses that
Here's
Alexi was doing with the shoulder na. I'm not sure if it was a bodybuilding na pose.
Ganun. No, maybe she was strutting because I saw a video of her rehearsing her runway on a treadmill eh. Kaya medyo siguro nasanay siya na ganun yung movement.
It was hard. The movement was hard. The transition wasn't fluid. So I think yun yung kinakailangan ayusin niya for Miss Eco International. She has more than 6 months to prepare.
I think so. I don't think Eco is the goal for her. I think the goal is still a higher crown. She's young. Pero there's still time na mag-soften ito. Alam mo, excited daw makita si Alexi with the big hair, long hair. Siguro afro na buffon, na big Toni Braxton, Whitney Houston hair.
No, I'm thinking Diana Ross.
Ooh, she's coming out.
If you're going to go afro and you're going to go queen, go for Diana Ross. I mean, if you want to reference a supermodel, go for the likes of Beverly Johnson, Katucha. Katucha is a very good walker on the ramp. These are 70s Black American.
If I'm gonna modernize, siguro for the sake of the younger people na hindi tayo inabutan sa era natin because we're in our 30s, by the way.
Well, I mean, we're 40s.
If I'm gonna relate si Iman Hamam.
Yes.
Kung iso-soften ni Alexi Brooks ang kanyang features, Iman Hamam yon.
Yes.
Ang strong niya, muscular pa rin, pero with the afro, the soft, iba. Like talagang hindi pwedeng limulingin.
If she wants to stay true with the feminine masculine na look, Grace Jones. I mean, you can go wrong with Grace Jones.
Actually, if she'd gone Grace Jones, girl.
You know, the very hooded.
Hooded na metallic. Kung yun ang gown niya, instead of that over shoulder.
Yes.
Hindi. Siguro makikik niya yung marami sa top 5, but sirit siya sa taas.
Exactly. Exactly.
May ibig sabihin that's okay.
And
to the fans, no? That's why we're talking about is ganun kalaki yung potensyal ng babaeng
Sayang yung
sinusuportahan nyo.
potential, oo.
Nakita namin yun. And we're talking about possibilities kasi hindi pa tapos ang career ng mga girls na to.
I think Alexi, if she comes back strong, she could be the next Miss Universe Philippines.
She will be. Ako, I have a feeling 2 to 3 years.
Here's my wish. What if black to black tayo, just like Mapule and
Wendy Fitzwilliam. Which by the way, mamaya talagang pag-uusapan natin yung kasi talagang somebody really took that to the paper to real life.
Okay,
so yun. So that's it. So we're talking about the red gown. Di punta natin si Atisa, second runner-up, no?
I think Atisa should have her styling close to Cher in that Cher and Bono show in the 1970s. The very revealing Cher na look.
Sexy.
Sexy. Kasi
magkapareho sila ng bone structure ni Cher.
Kasi if you're going to reinvent yourself for your next na Miss Universe Philippines competition, do Cher in the 1970s, in that 70s na
ultra long sleek black hair.
And again, referencing the old Bob Mackie na mga dresses, go for that.
Actually, hindi. Pero to me...
And also, this is just to, to let everybody know, we don't hate Atisa. I don't hate Atisa personally.
I don't. I love her.
I am critical of her.
Ikaw ang nasa hot water talaga, Day.
I am critical of her because she comes from a background na may international competition.
Ang taas kasi.
So therefore, hindi ka pwedeng ang taas ng na-achieve mo and then bumaba yung level of...
At tatandaan nyo guys, she was our Miss Universe Philippines on paper. So parang kumbaga dapat
for her to
nakabalot na sa'yo yun.
Tama yung sinabi mo na the crown was her to lose because she lost it for simply as I don't know, as simple as terrible styling during the finals.
You know what? She looked best preliminary interviews. Plain white gown, off-shoulder. Kasi yung mga nakakita raw sa kanya sa lobby ng Manila Hotel that night, mukha na raw talagang reigning Miss Universe.
So,
she should have kept it. O alam nyo na pala, nasabihan na pala kayong ganun yung itsura nyo dapat. Diba? I mean, the plum, I'm not fan of that plum thing. It could have been a fire red. It would have changed the game. Without the cape,
honestly, I don't think that it would she would look well in anything red. I think she should have gone pastel.
Kaso Miss International stint kanya, pinky. Di ba? Binibini pink.
Ang nanalo
nakaputi.
Oh. So anong laban mo? I think for her, her best color would have been like a blush pink.
So Miss International, pero hindi ganung style.
Something na a little bit more vava-voom. Something that would reminisce, Bob Mackie in the 1970s.
Ako ito lang.
You can do pastels in a sexy cut out.
For some weird reason, she reminded me of Kylie Versosa. So, niisip ko kung i-Miss Universe ko si Kylie. Kasi Kylie, binibini went black and purple, diba? Parang, yung lupitan ni Yongo talaga na Chanel baby blue dress na electric pleats.
That would have been...
Kung ganon kay Atisa, kung gusto niyang pulahin yon, ganon,
yeah.
Mukhang ikaw siguro ang pupunta ng Mexico ngayon. Kasi iba talaga yung... I can imagine Atisa twirling it around there or fanning it out. Parang, give me Rio Mori or whatever.
Yeah.
Pero, I don't know. Ako, I hope to see you again, girl, because you've been...
But I think, ang konsuelo na lang natin is that I think she's going to be the next Miss Cosmo International.
I think she will be. Sasayangin pa ba nila? And that pageant is rumored to be the most expensive in terms of cash prize. The biggest. Daw. At 5 million pesos.
Kailangan nilang
pero mas malaki yung kay Meiji.
Meiji na nasa 13 million.
13 million yun.
15. Or close to that. Kasi meron, aside yung the cash prize, meron pa siyang mga sponsor
ito,
na mga prizes.
Hindi sa akin galing to sa fans niya, sa comment nyo, sa post suggestion about Atisa losing it. Sabi nyo, mas magandang manalo si Atisa sa Cosmo para magka-return of investment at maigamit ang pera doon. If that's the move you wanna do and it's economics, I'd go for it. Kasi tamang utak yun.
Para may bumalik man lang.
Doon pa lang, she's a winner, baby. Yeah. So she will always be that queen.
Besides, I think sa laki na ginastos niyang team niya and siya mismo doon sa pageant, she really needs to recuperate.
I'm wondering, Michael Cinco's extent of support. Is it like a friendly support? Kasi ready-to-wear ang gowns na gamit niya. Baka tulong.
Pwede. Or extra.
Ready-to-wear. Ready-to-wear collection ni parang it's a past edition. Pero hindi siya yung mga impalpable collections pa.
So it's not couture. It's not couture.
Okay. Hindi siya made. Kasi yung off the rack siya. Yung pag sinabi po kasing couture, yun yung nakikita nyo sa Cannes Film Festival. Kailangan mo nang binibinyagan sa red carpet yun eh.
Yes.
Bago ibalik. Or pag Elisa na binili. Tulad ni Miss Russia 20.
Okay. Before we continue,
magbasa tayo.
Ano muna tayo? Art Laurent says, Hola, friend and Mark. Hello.
Art Laurent, hello.
Loyal Fan 99 says, hell yeah. Ash Den, good afternoon. Good evening na. Malapit ng midnight.
Yes.
Sabi niya, good afternoon, Sir Jason. Inaabangan ko ang part 2 ng review niyo with your friend. Gerard Asigurado says, present watching from Baliwag, Bulacan.
Congratulations mga taga-Bulacan.
Gerard Asigurado says, hoping for a better audio, less background noise. So I hope na
Na-please ba namin kayo? Kasi binigyan kami ng magandang lip place dito. Actually, pumayag ang but first. Salamat po, mga ate.
Rose Nefed says, hello, I only follow 2 pageant pages, Sashes&Scripts and Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pagentry.
Kaibigan niya yun, mare niya yun.
Sa inyong dalawa. Thank you. That is a very large compliment for us.
We try our very best to give you good.
Yes.
Kasi kami rin pinapalo namin ng isa't isa kung may mali kami. So we check our shit before you say it.
Travel Junkie says, hello from Dubai. Sabi ni Gerard
Asigurado.
Extend to 2 hours.
2 hours live. Sana, no? Lalabas kami dito mamaya. Sige.
Sige, gawin natin.
Kasi magko-close na yun.
Magko-close na sila kasi they're just extending it for us.
Loyal Fan 99, sponsor natin ang overnight Airbnb sa Miss Universe 2024 live. Bakit hindi natin gawin?
Ayan.
Si Sir Mark and Sir Jason by Brent Akoy. Thank you, Art Laurent. Hindi niyo kami paghintay na Oh, sorry talaga, Art. Natrabaho, sorry.
Yes. You have to remember na may day job kami pareho and Mark is traveling from Pasig. Ayan.
Ganda.
Sabi ni Ganda, game camera work in Sultan Kudarat is still way better.
I agree.
I mean, you know na, okay, chismis territory ito ha? You know that they did well when it is rumored that hinihingi ng national org yung backdrop ng mga LED videos na hihiramin daw di umano at gagamitin sa national. So I'm not sure if how true this rumor is, but isa na may kakilala sa production team sa Sultan Kudarat ang nagbulong sa akin.
Wow.
So this just tells us how good
ako, Sultan.
yung preparation and production ng MUPH sa Sultan Kudarat.
Hindi, yung local accreditation partner na ang galing.
Yes.
Waikiki said, Hawaiian ka ba? Charot. Relative po ba si Chelsea manalo mga manalo klan? No. Na ibang manalo yun.
Ibang manalo sisters naman yun.
Si Art Laurent, yan siguro nila kung bakit nagpunta si Shamsi sa Araneta, BPCA para makiusap. That's the balitang nakarating sa amin.
That's the chismis.
Yeah, solitaire guy, pa-attendance from the Marshall Islands.
Hello.
Uy, gabing-gabi na yala, una na yata dyan. Advance sila sa atin eh.
Ng how many hours?
4 to 3. Lagpas Australian time yan. New Zealand yan sila. So, thank you for staying.
Yes.
Travel
Junkie, sir, more than 5 hours on a weekday, kakaloka, wala lang mawawalan sila ng viewers. Kinda, kasi ang problema with the very long na pageant is that sino ang magtatagal ng ganong katagal sa venue knowing na may trabaho sila kinabukasan?
Yeah, but wala tayong magagawa minsan kasi parang hostage taking yun eh.
Thank God, we have Attia Manalo na nagdala ng 6 na buses ng
From Quezon Province. Yeah.
To go watch the
Yeah, I mean, props to the Quezon Province team. Okay, fun fact, papunta ako ng Quezon Province on the night itself. So, dumating ako ng Lucena City, sakto ina-announce yung winner. And I can hear few people because the evening after that would be Binibining Pasayahan in Lucena City proper. And the conversation in the province is really damp and sad because they've always wanted Atisa Manalo to win. Pero hindi sila bitter. They have a very, very game consideration and acceptance and supportive of Chelsea. So from Quezon, people of Quezon Province, Quezonians, you go. Galing nyo doon.
Sabi ni Rodwin PL, present po, it's been a while din.
It is a very long while. Magkikita ulit tayo. Kasi suggestion ulit to. Ako, I'll be... makikicomment na lang ako sa section. Pero siguro magkikita tayo Miss Universe na or Binibini. Binibini, yeah.
Okay. Sabi ni Waikiki, napansin niyo po 3 women of color ang napasama sa top 10. Does it mean NUPH really eyeing na makapag-crown ng woman of color this year or nagkataon lang na malakas ang laban?
Malakas talaga sila. They really perform. I mean, Alexi, Chelsea, magaling. Sino may third na woman of color?
I
Si
think
Christy?
Christy.
Christy ba is half black?
I am not sure but she's very dusky.
She's very dusky. But yeah, to me, sabagay.
Sabi ni Waikiki, in fairness, Sash factor lang ang isa sa few pageant analysts na naglagay kay Chelsea sa top.
She put, ako hindi ko po aangkinin yun, sa kanya yun. Siya nag-mention kay
She
Chelsea.
was in my top 10. I think number 6 or 7 kasi
Kinorek niya pa ako, sabi niya sa akin. Sabi ko, I think Matea. Sabi niya, hindi. I think I'm gonna give it to Chelsea Manalo Bulacan. She has a better fare to that. So yun, props to him.
And siguro ang makaklaim ko lang is, I was the first na vlogger who said na it's about time to crown a black Filipina NUPH.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that na baka mangyari na yun.
I've been saying this since February of this year.
Naramdaman ko yun because Alexi, nung unang pasok ni Alexi sa eksena kasi parang...
Okay, Papa Turon, Mark ko na lang magbasa ng kanya. Ayokong maano.
Saan?
Ito.
Hello sirs, mukhang confirm lang ang Binibining Crowns, care of Sir Manny, pasabog pa sana. They have, okay, ako dito na lang, they have a relationship. Manny Halasan came from a family of jewelers in Bulacan. Siya rin po ang responsible sa crown ng Miss Q&A. I can speak because from ABS-CBN. Siya po gumawa ng corona nila, Juliana Priscova, yung malaking yun. He also did the crown of Samantha Bernardo para lang sa Miss Grand Philippines when they first assumed it. Kung totoo man to, hindi ako magugulat because he's one of the fine jewelers in the country. And diba?
And with the good thing with Binibining Pilipinas is that they give opportunities for new talents. Hindi siya katulad ng NUPH that they go for like mga established na mga mga brands like Jewel Mare. With Binibining Pilipinas, they would rather go yung mga smaller, lesser known na mga Filipino talents to give them, the spotlight.
Oh, si Gerard Asigurado. Ito comment niya magkasunod. Such a closure that we all need because we're gonna discuss Stacy also and Chelsea after this. Art Lawrence, ang okay na pasarela lang okay ng expression ni we said that, yung aral na aral talaga. Pero I think may room for improvement. Kaya hindi siya nanalo dahil the bigger crown is waiting for her.
Okay, itong comment ni Ishtin, does that mean that choosing the right gown have a huge impact? Of course.
Kaya nga kayo nagagalit nung araw sa Araneta dahil naka-kumbia, ayaw nyo ng kumbia, ayaw nyo ng baraza, tapos ngayon tatanungin pa natin to.
Tapos, dagdag niya, what happened to MMD to MU even though she has the best gown but didn't go through the
Because another layer that a lot of you will not address and admit. Kami sinasabi talaga namin, politics is inside. When we say politics, hindi yan politika ng mundo o geopolitics. We're talking about what they feel at the moment. Tignan nyo muna yung lineup ng judges. That's enough. Kami, we say, we don't predict in Sashes&Scripts because one person commented last time, dami yung prediction. We do not comment, we analyze. So when we analyze, we also consider what's happening there. What's the business of Anne, Raul, Olivia Kilo?
Who are the possible judges? Kasi we tend to analyze these things because we need to look at it from a business perspective then. Pageants is no longer the charitable institutions.
It's a business. It's a PR.
PR and it's money-making.
Titignan nyo yung panahon. There's an era and a cycle. Siguro ang kagandahan, dahil kami nila Jason, lumaki kami sa 1990s, which is the crossroads of pageantry. Because up until 1988 or 1992, parang it's a charitable entity. All of them. Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss International.
Remember mo nung parati pang kasama sa mga AMFAR events ang Miss Universe?
Miss Universe. Kasi talaga, di ba? At saka Latino Commission on HIV. That's what they do, di ba? For Miss World, talagang yung beauty with the purpose has always been there. Kahit si yung asawa, Eric Morley pa naman yun. Miss International is government sponsored by the Japanese government for International Cooperation Association or Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So, ganun yung kanilang sistema back in the day. Ngayon kasi Miss Paris na si Miss International, which is a beauty company in Japan. Miss World is working with a lot of British organizations or the local companies that they deal with sa host country. China, di ba?
Ay, madalas ang Miss World sa China.
So China. At for Miss Universe, nag-evolve siya during Trump era as part of the public relations and communications arm of the Trump organization at naging advocacy face ng IMG.
Yes.
Other than the modeling agency and the talent, because IMG is a large production and communication conglomerate. I know kasi gusto ko magtrabaho dun dati. Tapos, ngayon na nasa kay Ansha, it's an entertainment thing.
Yeah.
Clear as day. Entertainment spectacle siya.
Plus the fact that it's now co-owned by a Mexican, so definitely they're looking for someone who also appeases the
yes.
crowd.
Papa Toron, yung Charm nga, dati ganun na promise niya, like Cosmo, so wait and see lang. Alam mo, Charm, I'm so afraid of Krishna Gravides. We need to address the elephant in the room for another topic, but I wish Krishna to have a better chance at pageantry because sayang yung bata. Josh Moore, Alex reminds me of Sinyon Loresca and Pasalera. Grabe naman. Magkaiba naman siguro because inaaral pa naman niya yun. I think she will soften that.
I think she's still raw.
Raw, totoo. 4 hours advance yung time ni Solitaire Guy. Tama tayo. Carl, is a good friend of mine. Justin and Kuya Mark, pabati naman po. Good luck for October CPA. You will be an accountant. Trust me, Carl. And he's a Gemini baby. Advance happy birthday. Magkasunod kami. 13 ako, June 7 yata yan.
Okay.
Gerard Asigurado, I super agree that the casual interview was tougher than the top 5.
Kasi there are layers in the top 10 interviews na you can be judged if you have a mishap. Like for example, yung tatanungin ka a secret that you have never said in public. Thankfully, Stacy was able to
Flammable! I'm a flammable queen. Alam mo, that's a brand. Sabi, thank you for mentioning because I think 2 other girls remains in this conversation. Stacy, Gabrielle of Kainta.
Maybe I will address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
With regards to Stacy. There's a lot of people who are giving, comments saying something about her having attitude, having nagmaldita sa mga fans at nahuli sa live stream or whatnot. For me, because Stacy never gave me a reason to believe or to doubt the goodness of her heart, wala akong masabi na hindi maganda about her. There are days and moments that we are at our worst. Hindi lahat tayo performing at 100%. Every day, 24/7. And siguro nataon na hindi lang maganda yung mood niya that day. We have our days na gano'n na irritable tayo. Maybe meron siyang dalaw, maybe meron siyang pinagkakalaan. Hindi natin alam. And a little kindness could have made her a little bit more receptive to sa mga tao around her. Pero, and if she didn't get that, hindi rin naman masamang ugali yung mairita ka or you react negatively because tao lahat tayo. There are moments of weaknesses. And from what I have experienced with Stacy, kahit nung binibining Pilipinas pa lang siya, she has always been very accommodating kahit na it's out of her way.
Yeah.
So, yun yung pinanghuhugutan ko ng experience with her.
Okay.
That is why wala akong masabi about her attitude, whether it was uncalled for or whatnot. But for me, because Stacy have always shown, kindness, has always shown, good behavior on stage, off cam, behind the scenes. Wala akong masabi with regards to those who have say something negatively about her.
Well, ako, I try to assess the situation because I'm not super close with Stacy Gabriel with her, no, personally, and all the other things considered. Okay, may mga points lang ako na gustong i-raise. First and foremost, my first interaction with Stacy was sa Binibining Pilipinas. She doesn't know me. If there are people who claim na dahil hindi kayo nakausap, na si mangutang kayo, ako siguro hindi ko naramdaman ni minsan, tama ka doon. Hindi ko naramdaman yung katarayan sa bata. Second, Stacy and I weren't talking about anything, but I was supportive of the campaign of the girl because she was working so hard. Siya yung talagang grabe populate ng campaign, ganyan. So, hindi ko tinitignan but outside of that. Malaki ang patong ng pagkatao ko sa meritocracy. And if I'm giving the merit to the expense of the work ng tao, nagtrabaho siya.
Yes.
And we given a chance that the family, the mother, kinda got in touch with us at nakakausap natin siya. At mas natututunan ko kung anong klaseng tao si Stacy doon. Fourth rather, beyond Stacy, mas maraming girls, binibining era, MUPH era, na mas salbahe sa kanya. And ako, I need to
even MUPH.
Hindi, all of the sa Miss Philippines Earth nga, di ba, nagkakasakitan?
Yes.
I'm not gonna go there, pero ibig sabihin, it happens. But here's the thing, meron kasi sa journalism, you corroborate the story. Meaning, kailangan 2 to 3 personalities of different backgrounds would say the same thing about you para sabihin na, ideklara ko masamang tao ka. With Stacy ito hindi ko nakuha ang conversation with the other girls in the competition. Hindi nanggaling sa kanila. Siya ang katrabaho araw-araw. There were people we know within the organization, hindi collective yung sagot na attitude siya. The people we're saying are actually outside the circle. Yeah. So meaning, hindi definitive ang eksperyensya ng ilang grupo ng tao sa pagkatao ni Stacy.
Plus, eto pa. There are instances when a pageant girl, ang nagsusumbong is yung makeup artist, yung stylist, yung kaibigan ng nasa production with regards
it's not her story it's not the case
with regards to the attitude. So these are things that you need to check for validity, especially if it's a third person na nagsasabi. Okay, so I think what we need to check out is if yung mga nakakatrabaho niya on a regular basis.
Ganon.
Let's say, like her co-queens, co-candidates, pareho ang sinasabi. If mga kapwa binibining Pilipinas queens niya before, nothing to say bad about
wala akong nakuha I mean, even ng binibini days niya wala namang ganung narrative. So, saan nang gagaling to? Maaring iba-iba lang talaga ng pagtanggap sa nangyari. Pero ibig ko sabihin, ako, to be fair and honest, Jason has been involved in hot water with other high-profile personalities in pageantry, and I have a different experience. His experience is his. It's not my collective experience. Kung gusto ko malaman na gano'n ang pagkatao niya, I need to ask other people. Well, when other people said the same thing, then I believe that truth. Because that's already verifiable truth.
There was a time when a candidate, nasabihan ako na maldita siya, hindi ako naniwala until naranasan ko. Doon ako maniniwala.
Diba?
On my own.
Or
naranasan ko na...
Diba? Nangurot, ng bato ng something inside the dressing room. These things happen. It happened in the past. You know who you are. We know who they are. And that's pagmamaldita. And it's collective because people from the organization would say so. The chaperones would say so. Co-candidates would say so. Tatlo na yon ang rules of corroboration. Diba? Pero dadagdag pa, may funny pang nakatikim. May other people na walang kinalaman sa pageant, such as janitors and guards ng mga building at edifices. Media pa pang-anim. Minsan sa catering services nyo pa, dinadali, diba? Yun ang corroboration. Stacy can even check like one for everybody. So, ibig sabihin, patawarin natin yung mga kung baka it's a wrong moment. O di ka tanongin nyo, if you have problems, I think Stacy is one of the girls na napakabukas ng communication line with everybody else. Please talk to the girl rather than spewing unverified filth online because that's part of her response. Remember, building tayo ng character. Pero I'm coming to the performance.
Ginapang niya.
Gumaling talaga. Yung gigil na ayaw natin nung prelims inalis.
I think when I did my video on her performance, I think nakinig siya, tinone down niya. The areas na medyo harsh and brash yung pakiramdam sa performance, nilinis niya at pinalambot niya for the fight.
A girl yung face. Sorry talaga. That's the face you give at Miss Universe. The face. It's always...
And again, she showed personality. She showed...
she's not afraid.
Intelligence.
Oo. Flammable. Yan sinasabi ko. Hindi nga siya nanalo eh. Pero naaalala mo siya. That's a winner. Right there. I mean, you don't have to...
And that is why she's our Miss Universe
principal, di ba? Tama kami doon. In principle siya, umabot talaga siya sa dulong-dulo. Kasi pinakita niya yung prinsipyo na yun na talagang I really wanna be a Miss Universe. And if indeed true sinabi niya na I don't want anything else rather than this, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
There's a lot of girls who did that. I think Catriona at some point even said that too. Kasi yun gusto nila. Kung pagkatrabahuan nila at I mean, the spending doesn't come from us. Di kami apektado doon. Pero syempre, sinusuporta natin kung nagkatrabaho because this is an industry that needs, validation when it really is worth of being validated. And kung ako lang even if she got crowned, di ba, Miss if sabi mo nga, if the crown is yours to give, you would have given it to Stacy. Hindi na siguro magreklamo si Chelsea doon. I think both of them knew it could be anyone of the two girls holding hands that night. Both are worthy. Val Taguba's gown creation for Stacy is
perfect.
Perfect. That's very red carpet moment.
I think,
Mama Val.
Guys, yung dalawang nagputi doon sa top 5, they stood out among the other girls. I think because Stacy wore white and Chelsea wore white. The gig also wore white. Mas lumutang sila over the girls who wore red.
Yeah, and because maling red yung shade.
Maling red yung shade.
I wish somebody wore blue there. At least I would have worn blue. It's a good...
I would have loved if someone wore turquoise.
Or indigo, turquoise, or indigo, or teal, which is my favorite color, but depende. But anyway, that's beyond.
Now.
That's beyond. I mean, Stacy Gabriel, whatever happens beyond this, you have a bright future ahead of you. Malakas na suspecha ko.
If she joins again, she still has our support.
Oo naman. Definitely, you will always be our Miss Universe in principle.
Yes.
Diba? Or maybe at the right time, you would also be on paper na. When, diba? Malay mo, ito na yun. Because...
Malay mo next year.
Oo, di ba? Girl, you're a fighter. I mean, sabi natin, she's a walking PR machine and we're very grateful na kahit, di ba, ito walang pakimkim ang mga team, pero talagang, di ba, nanonotice because talagang supportan mo talaga sila. Now, we say this nang walang etchos, we have to clear, we don't get anything from this. But we really give the support when it's needed.
Stacy deserved it.
To deserve it. And other than that, our big winner also deserved the support of the entire Philippines this November, I think, in Mexico. She will be competing.
Honestly, I think she is a shoo-in in the semis.
Ako, if the pageant is tomorrow, she'll be top 5, but there's a bigger conversation. Later. Kasi meron kaming tinitignan ni Jason because syempre mas malaki yung problem. Let's look at the performance of Chelsea Manalo. I mean, prelims.
From the prelims, she really showed great performance. She showed perfection.
That's where she shined. She shined through. That yellow gown, Manny Halasan means business talaga. Alam niya yun.
Pero yung white doon ako sa white na
No, the white, because the preliminary is like, okay, I'm introducing Chelsea.
Yeah.
The white, hindi naman to negative, pero talagang inaral nyo si Wendy Fitzwilliam, wag nyo akong etchosin. Talagang you give us Miss Universe 1998 and she got with the crown. Ganun talaga. Yun na yun. That's the way she answered, reminded me of Miriam Kiambao.
Ang kulang na lang siguro is yung gumamela sa buhok ni Wendy.
Ni Wendy, because it was in Hawaii, di ba? Pero pakakantay mo ng All My Life, di ba? Because it was the song ng 1998. Casey and Jojo, but that's very significant performance. It's one for the books. I mean, the moment she walk out,
I think
yun
the
na yun,
moment she
feeling
walked
ko,
out, I
ito
knew
na yun.
that she was like, okay,
Ito.
top 3 na ito.
Hindi, may mom kasi as a penchant eh. Minsan, okay, hindi po to, in the Philippines, hindi to racist ha. In her words, alam mo yung negra mananalo. May ganun siya. So, ako, naririnig ko yung boses ng nanay ko. Paglingon niya, alam mo, ang ganda-ganda daw ng mukha ni Chelsea. If you will not, I mean, color of skin is not an issue. Wala tayong pakialam dun. Maganda talaga siya. Tigilan niyo yung racism na yan. Pero maganda talaga siya.
And if Chelsea was channeling Naomi Campbell during the preliminaries, she was channeling Wendy Fitzgerald.
Actually, she's a mixture of all the 90. It's a very 1990s packaging to me in a good way. Kasi siguro na-miss natin yung regality na yan eh. Yung rain, yung class confidence that you exude. So she speaks heartily like Mapule. She walks like Wendy. Her gown looks like Wendy. She kind of felt Miriam Kiambao. Yun ang Philippine na quality niya eh.
I think for me, for Miss Universe, dalhin niya yung straight long hair.
Ito na yun. So here's the thing. After Miss Universe, Jason and I were talking and we're scanning the competition. Before we assess the chance, sige, yan ang edge namin sa Sashes. Before we say if she's gonna be a winner, we look at the tail of the tape.
Yeah.
Right now, ang nakoronahan na si Iliana of Venezuela, Celine of Dominican Republic. There are a few other girls, pero hindi sobrang remarkable. I think Argentina crowned a new girl too, but she's not the girl I was looking at. Nag-runner up yung bet ko eh. Mexico is about to crown a new one. Miss USA is up and coming. In Thailand, dito sa kapitbahay natin, I think right now si Renault at saka si Opal Suchata might be battling it. Si Susanna Renault versus
Opal.
Miss Phuket.
And also pala gonna post tomorrow si Bunisa, si Poppy. She's in MUT alum. She went to Supra. She was first runner-up in Miss Supra Thailand and she's coming back for MUT. So magandang laban.
Magandang laban. So ito yung trifecta natin ng Antonia, Jazzy, and Vina Pravinar last year.
But I'm
yun.
still waiting for other cities and
well, somebody told me Jazzy Tutor wants to compete but she's deferring for 2025.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, maybe that's part. So, if that's it, so ako, right now, I'm gonna call Opal Suchata might be Miss Universe Thailand. There's strong chance.
Well.
Ang problema doon ay maganda ang story ni Opal because she's fighting for cancer. Breast cancer is her advocacy. And she's very much attached to it. Ang laking kwento nun.
Yes.
How will that play with Chelsea? We'll discuss later. The girls to wait for, Peru, Tati Calmel, a former Miss International alumni might win this.
If she wins this, then tama na si Chelsea ang sumunod sa kanya because kung mestiza ang ilaban natin kay Tati Calmel, wala tayong laban.
And because may kinatatakutan ako isang girl, which is I'm going to the neighboring country of Peru, Colombia, Miss Barranquilla, Kimberly Brook is setting to be the next Miss Universe Colombia. She's one of the 5 predictions everywhere. You can check her out. She's Afro-Colombiana. So that's another dito magkakaroon ng challenge. Kaya nararamdaman ko ng team needs Chelsea yung scope. Kung napapansin niyo po, sunod-sunod ang photoshoot ni Chelsea. Kaya she had the study na nakataas yung buhok, diba? The other day, soft flowing hair. They're testing it out depende sa mga makakalaban niya because
I think ito pinag-usapan namin kanina, kaya kami natagalan because he was telling me that the styling for
Kimberly Brook
needs to be Joanne Smalls. I was telling na the styling for Chelsea should be Naomi
Campbell. Ako, ang unang may sister, ito ha, yung konting naiaambon ko sa'yo, naalala niya, alam mo, may parang Naomi Campbell last year, itong recent. She was referring to Lalela Moswane of South Africa when she won Miss Supranational. Lalela kasi is a Miss Universe alum. At Miss Universe,
ang bayat niya,
MU. And she was channeling Queen of Wakanda, meaning African talaga yung styling and packaging. I think si Werner learned of this. Pagdating na Supra, doon niya ni Naomi Campbell yon.
Nilagay niya ng konting laman
Super model niya sila Lela talaga. And I think that's the energy that we see
on Chelsea.
Chelsea, because Chelsea has the structure of the face and the body that Naomi has. Her walk is also Naomi-ish. So, pero hindi naman pwedeng kopyahin ng Naomi ng eksakto. So, doon ko ako excited kung paano lalaruin ni Manny ang Naomi Campbell. I mean, Seven Barreto is the editorial team behind Chelsea also. I think they have wrapping all of these things for her in terms of the looks. So maybe isa rin yun sa makatulong. I mean, tutulungan talaga siya. So yeah, we're looking
at
it's
more of the styling team that needs to polish this.
Ibang-iba. So, excited ako. Ako lang na nakikita ko, she should not go. Dalawa lang naman ng klase ng Black Queens in Pagentry. The Caribbean Sass and the African Legitimacy. I think Chelsea should go the African Legitimacy with a bit of the Naomi look. Kasi si Naomi is embracing her African roots. Kenyan, yung kanyang with a very long 40 inches of hair, sabi ni Iman. Lagi yan ang standard ni Naomi. Ganon.
If ayaw nyo ng African queens or mga afro na mga pegs, huwag na tayong lumayo. Nandiyan si Ana Baile, the first Filipina supermodel na who taught not only Naomi Campbell but also taught Linda Evangelista to walk na pwede nating i-reference. So we can always go and then the Filipina and the good thing about Chelsea, the ambiguity, hindi kasi ba tinitignan natin yung blackness, yung Filipina side niya, ha, yung softness, yung regalidad ng pagiging Pilipina ando doon, at saka yung charisma. Before we go to end our live stream, ano lang natin, ha, ipakita ko lang sa inyo guys kung saan kami nagla-live stream. Shout out sa But First Coffee here in Araneta City. Wait lang.
Katawid na siya actually.
Katawid na siya ng
of course. Hindi kami lumalayo sa Cubao, guys. Alam niyo yan.
So, look at the ambience of the store. It's really good if you're
it's warm, it's cozy.
In the vicinity, go here, have coffee. It's a very nice and cozy place. Kita niyo naman, very accommodating yung mga staff. The space, although small, is very, very
classy,
very
homey,
classy, and it's giving us like a Filipino home, yung comfort na we feel about the space. So, guys, if you have mga
Tsaka ang ganda ng liwanag namin kasi white, diba? Yan. So that's
final
it.
Thoughts.
Final thoughts. I think coming to Mexico, as I was saying, if tomorrow is the pageant, Chelsea will be in the top 5. Could even win the whole thing. But coming November, may suspecha ako na si Raul kasi at saka si Kun-an has been known to favor the doll-like girls. But the scheme of things, mukhang hindi niya makukuha yung roster na yon. And if it's a very diverse roster, by November, meaning hindi mga Barbihan yung manalo, but these are unconventional beauties, we have a very good chance, I think.
I think it's safe to say with Chelsea, we can probably go top 5.
Ako top 5. I'm gonna call top 5. I'm gonna go top 5.
I am feeling a different energy with Chelsea compared to, let's say, Michelle last year, or even what's her name?
Bea.
Not Bea. The one before her.
Celeste.
I think this is the time where I felt they crowned the right winner at the right time.
Okay, so talagang Miss Universe siya. Din yung arrive.
What I'm just hoping is that sana hindi makialam masyado yung mga tao sa NUPH doon sa team that Chelsea has.
Yeah, ito genuinely.
It's working for her at her advantage.
Genuinely coming from my heart, okay?
Wag ipilit ang mga designers na nasa California, nasa US dahil allegedly nagbabayad para magamit sa Miss Universe stage yung
ganito na lang
designer.
Di ba? Si Chelsea almost stopped competing because of financial troubles. The people who saved her at the rock bottom are the very people who has the right amount of compassion, understanding, and true love sa mga girls ng ito.
Yeah.
And for girls competing at an international stage, this is the most important stage in Chelsea's life, I'd say. Wag niyong tanggalin yung pamilyang yon. Because kung gown lang naman ang problema, I don't think Manny Halasan will give her a mediocre gown this time. This is also a make or break opportunity for Manny as a budding Filipino talent. Deserve niya nang makita yung talento niya in the world stage. So ang kagandahan, ako naniniwala ko, if two people are trying to race on a different path and it's complementary to each other, magtutulungan niyang makaahon pareho at yun ang gusto kong makita dito. At gagawin nila yon. So, ibigin niyo yung support. Don't fix things when it's not broken. Do not touch the face. Sinabi ko to sa post ni Lavinia, ha. Do not touch that face. That face is perfect. If you're gonna change anything, size niyo yung veneer, styling. Pero huwag niyo gagalawan.
Huwag niyo gagawin yung mukha.
But we definitely have a winner, baby. This is a good girl.
So, that's it, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for staying. Baka may komento pa ba? Wala na. Yan, thank you so much. I mean, we appreciate your love and support. Sinamahan nyo kami. It's a Friday night. Gumiginik siguro dapat kayo. Party kayo. But you joined us. We're very grateful for that. We're really happy. And it's a nice show we had.
And thank you very much for the support. Before we end, please like the punch the thumbs up na like button. Subscribe to our channel if you're new here. Share yung ating live stream so that more people will be able to see our episode.
Correct.
And feel free, to remix yung mga parts of this video. Kasi nakikita,
kung gusto nyo putulin nyo na. Total, pinutol nyo naman dati sa feud. Wala akong magagawa doon. Sige kayo na. Ako hindi kasi ako ma-repost. Tinatamad ako. Pero if you wanna, we say what we said what we said. So
there.
Yeah, there.
See you in our next live stream, and we will be focusing on the Binibining Pilipinas girls.
Yes, like we said, the most important pageant in the Philippines is here. The Binibining Pilipinas pageant 60th anniversary is coming to us live this July.
Maraming pasabik ang gagawin ng Binibini in this edition.
May magbabalik ba? Hindi natin alam.
I cannot say for sure.
Na former girls.
Basta maraming bibisita.
Maraming bibisita, maraming papaalog, maraming paparamdam. But definitely, we will be the next Miss International Philippines, Miss Globe Philippines, or some of the queens and titles will be waiting this time. I'm excited to see Angelica, how she's working. Her competition is very near na in Japan. So one of the things we'd like to see when the Binibini opens. Yeah, so there. Yan, dami ko sinabi. Salamat.
Ayan.
I'm back.
Thank you very much and see you again soon.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye. Happy weekend.